I'm going to be making cabinet doors now for my cabinets. Doors? Cabinets. You only need a couple tools. Let me tell you what kind of tools you're going to need. I'm going to need these two for this door. I cut the wood for this one already, and I'm going to cut the rest of the wood for this. I'm just using poplar. This is 2.5 inch by 3/4. Is the actual size. I think they call it 3 by 1 or 1 by 3 or something like that. I don't know. You're gonna need, oh my god, you're gonna need this rabbiting bit for your router, and that's gonna make it way easier. And what that gonna do? It's gonna do, holy schmoly! It's gonna, like, you see this? I almost killed myself. This thing almost flew out and killed me. Anyways, you're gonna make this slot in there. It's a little bit more than 1/4. I think it's like 3/8 inch deep. And you're gonna need this. You're not gonna need it. You could just use pocket holes if you want it, but it is gonna look ugly because you can see the pocket holes on the inside. Use dowels just to align them together. And this is pretty goddamn expensive. This is the dowel max, but you can just buy any dowel kit. So that way, when you make the dowels on the sides here, it'll align with these on the end. It's a whole thing. And you just need glue. Some clamps.
Just go ahead and bust out your $250 jointer. Everybody has that in their garage, and just joint the edges of all the wood you're going to use for the cabinets. Just so when you glue them together, it makes it flat. They're not like no space in between them. So, cause if you don't do this, it's not necessary, especially if it's for your garage. You're just going to have like little gaps between the glue, between both boards where you glue them together. But that's about that. That's it.
Figure out what size to make the cabinet doors. What I do is not right. And you should know that by now. Everything I do is not any standard. It's 33 inches wide. So you divide that in half, which is 16.5. And then from there, I had 3/4 because the door, on the hinge, it'll sit like 3/4 over from the edge, so it'll go 3/4 in.
Yeah, this dude don't know what he's talking about. I did that. I added 3/4 only, and it was way too small. So go ahead and add at least 1 inch. But I think what I'm gonna start doing is adding 1 inch and 1/8. Because even with 1 inch, there was a little bit of a gap. So 1 inch and 1/8, I recommend that because you can always cut it down smaller. You can't enlarge it. I don't have a board stretcher anymore. I lost my board stretcher, or else I would have stretched them out. Ha 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 ha. Stretched them out. Ha ha ha. So funny. But yeah, go ahead and make sure you make them bigger rather than smaller. Try out 1 inch and 1/8 first. Because I did 3/4 way too damn big. I mean, way too damn small. So I'll do that. I don't know what I'm talking about here in this video. I'm looking back at it and I'm saying to myself, damn, this guy's dumb. If only he knew. Overall height right here, I added 1 1/4 inches. So that's actually true. So I add like 3/4 for the top, 3/4 for the bottom. You know, it'll sit on top of that face. Add 1 1/4 inches, 3/4 above, 3/4 below. And yeah, that's how you get those sizes. Also, the hinges, they say 3/4 inch overlay. What does that mean? I don't know. These hinges that I got, I imagine it overlays 3 1/4 inches off the sides. But who am I? Who am I to judge? Who am I to know? Who am I to read? I don't know how to read.
I have 5 doors here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is one on its own. So on all these, I'm gonna need to make dowel holes to align them for when I clamp them together and do the rabbiting bit. So on this one, what you do, on these, I'm gonna put it on here. So I have to mark this face, whichever face goes on here, and whichever face goes on here, because it's offset a certain amount, and it needs to match up with this one, so it needs to get lined up in the same way. Oops, I dropped my piece of wood. So I have to make sure on that one I line it up like this. This one's gonna be like this, but I can't flip them over because it's not gonna be interchangeable. So I need to make sure I know which way it goes which. And this, you just line it up like this. Hold on, wait a second, let's get some POV action. That check mark's supposed to be where you write check mark on your thing so you know which side you used.
Yeah, you pretty much do that. And I'm gonna use the second hole for this one. I mean, there's all kinds of different jigs, but just make sure you keep track of which side went to what, because there's a top and a bottom, and if you flip them over, it's not gonna line up, yada, yada, yada. So I gotta make a lot of holes, and I have to not confuse myself. So please pray for me. My hands look like this, so my garage has a sink like that. Also, I don't know what I'm doing. It's pretty cool. I should just start standing like this. So I'm gonna mark them already. So this is gonna be the face. Do a light little check mark just so I remember. Align it with the end here. Just tying it down. I'm using 1/2-inch dowels because I didn't have any 3/8 dowels. 3/8 probably would have been better. So there's that. And then the other side's gonna be like this. Probably, yeah, that's good. It's a good depth. You want more than half of it to go in, but not too much, you know. This top face needs to go with that face. And then put it up with this face. And then lines right up. Perfect. Perfect alignment. That's how easy that is. So just gotta do that 5,000,000 times. 5,000,000 times for all these damn doors. I hate making cabinet doors. I hate it. It takes so long. Make sure we got it straight. We got it flat. Clamp it down. We're almost there, guys. This is so easy. I promise you. So easy. I saw it on YouTube. I saw a guy do it. And then I did it. And I was like, wow, this is way easier than what I did before. Okay, so we got it flat. The rabbit, this is a rabbiting bit, 1/4 inch. And I'm going to rabbit. I don't know. Probably want to use like ear protection, eye protection, mouth and nose protections. Turn on a fan. I'm going to turn on this fan back here to blow this away from me. Should probably open up some doors, but there's going to be a lot of dust. See how it's rounded on the inside because that's how the bit works. It doesn't make it square. You need to round off the piece you're going to put in. But I rounded this way too much off. You barely need to take off the tip of the corner. I went too crazy on this and I didn't use it, but I'll use it on this one. So I got this insert cut out, edges, just barely rounded off with a jigsaw. Just barely. I mean, you can probably just sand off the edge and you're good. Not much. Don't do too much on that. So I'm going to sit it on here first. Oh my God. So slide it on there. Get my glue. Oh. Just any wood glue. Any wood glue would do. And then put on the other sides of it. Oh, slide it in. Look at all that glue come out. Oh, damn, that sat in there perfectly. Take a look at that. Wow. So then we just get some clamps and glue them and just hold them together. So yeah, I'm gonna wipe off that extra glue. And we're good. I have all the other inserts here. And the frame's over there. Very easy to do, very easy, very easy. You just need a lot of tools. Which you probably don't have if you're just a dude. So to install the cabinet hinges, what I do is I measure 5 inches from the top and bottom, mark that. What's the actual measurement supposed to be? I don't know if there is one. I'm just doing it just to do it. And then I use this tool here, which is, you can buy this online or at the store. It's like a cabinet hinge hole maker for the recessed cabinets. Yeah, just go ahead and do that at both sides. Once you got those holes put in your recessed cabinet hinges, and I use this ruler just to make sure it's sort of straight. You know, just line it up as straight as I can with my eyes, and then I just screw them in. So me, with my minimal expertise, I just measure the top about 3/4 because I made an inch and a quarter over. Well, is that what I did? I think I might have done it wrong then. But anyways, I leave like 3/4 up top. I push in a little screw mark just so I know where it's gonna be, and then I just screw it in from there. You can pre-drill the hole that you just marked on the piece of wood, just to make it easier. Because this is kind of hard to do with one hand. I don't know how you're supposed to do it, but I did it. It kind of sucks, but it's very doable. It's very doable. Let's go ahead and commentate over this. I am struggling. I'm trying to hold it in place. I'm getting kind of mad because it keeps falling off. And then I just dropped something. So I imagine now I'm even more pissed. I'm about to punch somebody. I'm about to go home. I'm about to go inside and just punch my wife. Haha, just kidding, guys. LOL. But yeah, hold it. I think I'll hold it with my feet here too. You want that? You want that hand? Oh, get your BS hand out the way, dude. I can't see none. Look at that. Oh, nice. I got it. So you want to make sure like the hinge grabs onto that piece of wood, because a 3/4 inch wood face, and I think the hinge is 3/4, so it has those little arms that grab into it, or something like that. But yeah, simple as that. And then I have to adjust it if it's too close to the thing, so it sort of scrapes it, so I have to adjust it so it goes a little bit further. But yeah, I just gotta do that a couple more times. Not too bad, right? Wow, opens and closes. Very nice. Still too small, but I'll make sure you make them bigger than I did. There it is in all its completion, except for it being completed because it hasn't been painted yet, but I'll paint it later. Don't worry. When I get time, I'll start painting. But it's pretty much done. You can see I messed this up. I think I'll show you in the video how I messed it up because I measured it too short between this distance. But look, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves in here. Amazing. Look at all this storage I have. Wow, what is he gonna do with all this storage? So much storage, I can just store stuff in here, you know? And then look, I can store stuff in here. I did store stuff in here. What the heck? What's in here? Shims. Whoa. What's in here? A lot of gloves. And what's in here? Nothing. Pretty cool. I like these drawers. I should make more drawers. I should have done the thing where they do in kitchens where they have like drawer up here, cabinet down here. But I am dumb. Also, let me do a little PSA. Do a little PSA. Hold on, make sure this doesn't fall. I don't know what I'm doing. Nothing here is real. This is all fake, performed by professional actors. Anything resembling a real celebrity is whatever. You know that thing they used to say in South Park. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, so all these measurements are just made up in my fucking head. I'm sorry for cussing. I'll bleep that out. You know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for doing that. But yeah. Also, I have these faces here that I will paint. And then what I'll do is I'll just screw it on from the inside, just like countersink a little hole, just like over here. Just a little countersink, and then just throw some screws in there. And then holes for the handles. Yeah, I don't know if I'll put handles, honestly. I left such a big gap. I kind of like it about the handles, but I might. Who knows? Yeah. Well, that's where you store toe hitches, right? Yeah, but yeah, I really like it because I can wash my hands. That's what a sink is for washing hands and washing dirty stuff. That's why there's brushes in there to wash off dirty stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty easy to make these cabinet doors now with the router. Way easier than I did it before. And let me show you a little something. Let me show you the trick here. I wrote this down. Wow, this looks like a PDF file. It's so good. So the important thing here is my opening was 33 inches for that. What you want to do, this is a 3/4 inch overlay hinge. What does that mean? You're asking yourself. I don't know. I really don't know. I imagine it overlays 3 inches. So I add 3 inches, 3/4 inch. Overlays 3/4 inches. And so I add a total of 1 inch and 1/8 overall, which is what I did. Actually, I didn't do that here. I did 1 inch overall here. And that was just 3/4 there. So I just added 3/4 to the overall here. Too small. So I was like, you know what? I'll add an inch overall. It's still a little too small. So add an inch and 1/8. If you're doing it like me, first of all, you messed up. Because why are you following what I'm doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. But yeah, it'll leave you with this gap. Use these screws to bring it out a little bit. So if I added an inch and 1/8, I don't have to bring it out so much. And it would fit pretty perfect. So yeah, there's that. And these cabinet sliders, they're 21-inch sliders in a 23 3/4 inch deep cabinet or something like that. I don't know. But you just make the box the size of the slider and it should fit in there pretty perfectly. Obviously you want to set it back just a little bit so that face can sit on here and sit flush on the face of the cabinet there. Yeah, that's how you do that. Thanks guys, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, like, you know, this is my living here. I make 10 cents a year off YouTube, and wow, it really just brings me joy just to make those 10 cents a year. I love it so much.